Hello, this is Talha with Boss Design. We are in McLean, Virginia, and I'm the designer of this beautiful project. And let me show you what we had done. Follow me. One of the biggest challenge before we renovated this space was the kitchen was actually pretty small. Where you see this bar was where the previous kitchen is. And this wall was closed, and the kitchen was actually inside of the house and more central to the staircase. But the issue with that is lighting, because we were very far from the windows and all that open area. Plus, the kitchen was quite a bit small compared to what we have right now. So what we had done is we opened this wall, which is a load-bearing wall. We have installed a structural beam, and then really take entire kitchen and then send it to this side. And as you can see, it is probably twice or three times more than what it was before. And what we achieve doing this is this space has very large windows. And as you can see, very beautiful window that's seeing the entire backyard, as well as we had created these two brand new windows symmetrical to the hood. And this also allow us to receive brand new light from a facade that we didn't have a window before. As you can see in some of our project, we have very dominant stainless steel hood or some sort of black color, but in this case we had choose something else. We had choose plaster hood, which is more integrated into space, because there is a lot going on in entire design. There is colors, there is wood. We just didn't need another dominant object right in the middle of this wall. And also the window and lighting is more important, so we didn't want to create a too dramatic look on this. And if you can get close here, you will see it is just more of a texture, so it does have the depth and history of it, but at the same time the color and contrast wise, it's not really creating anything out of space. Even though these spaces are next to each other, we wanted to make sure it feels different. But at the same time, we want to make sure that there is some elements that are connected with each other. So there is some sort of tie. But in this case, what we had used is wood handles. And as you can see, the same texture is in the back of the cabinetry, which is a custom cabinet that we requested that only the back of the cabinet is to be wood. And the same wood detail is presented in the structural beam. We wrap it up to make sure that it is also the part of the theme, also in the island. And if you actually look at throughout the project, the master bathrooms, the flooring, you would see very similar items throughout the spaces. So it's really not using the same color and theme everywhere, but at the same time, we want to make sure that there is small connection throughout the spaces. It reads as a cohesive space, and it's been designed by same designer, and it has one theme that it doesn't look like the one space has been renovated in a different time frame than the other one. So, but at the same time, we also maximize the look as well as the texture, specifically on its own need, while having these small connections. And on the other side, we got the bar, which has a very similar theme to this area and has a little bit of a different language in the design, a little bit more open, a little bit more brass, a little bit more on the bold side. So we maximize the storage as well as the look. And on this side, we have created this beautiful fireplace. And as you can see, everyone in this house enjoy this. I mean, how you are not gonna enjoy it? We didn't plan for this, but literally, as you can see, when house is comfortable, designed well, even the puppies enjoy it. And back to the fireplace, we wanted to make sure that it stands out. It's really not blend in. but at the same time, we really didn't want to overuse the color green or wood. So we end up with something blending. You know, we use black quartz stone, the brown paneling, as well as some light fixture. So it kind of still defines the zone, but it is part of the entire configuration. We got the mudroom, which is the fun part. Let's turn on the lights. As you can see, our happy doggy has also its own shower, which he's very happy about it, and more storage for day-to-day uses. And again, the color theme is a little bit different here because the functionality is different here. So it's a little bit more fun space with the tile, with the cabinet color, with the whole theme, because this is the first space that you get into the house when you come from the garage. And it's not supposed to be formal, it's not supposed to be challenging. So it's a mudroom, it's a muddy room, right? So we wanted to make sure it feels a little bit fun and you know, colorful here. The other spaces, as you can see on this side, we got a beautiful dining room, which is part of the kitchen. Previously, this space was living room, and where the kitchen was is the dining room. So we swap areas and we get rid of the living room, which has been stated by our client that is not being used. So now this is a very nice dining room. So another part of this renovation was this beautiful office space. Obviously, after COVID-19, the home offices get even more important. So we wanted to make sure that you do have a good background in Zoom meetings. So we end up with a very symmetrical library look office space with a lot of storage inside, which there's like printers and some utilities. The cubbies on the sides for more exposed storage, as well as a centerpiece where you can display the artwork, which we have a beautiful artwork here. And then we also integrated some picture lighting to really give it an accent lighting all around. Foyer and stairs are the first impression, especially in colonial layout. So we wanted to make sure we also touch them. So what we did is modernize the stairs with black handrail and baluster that's combined with the matching wood column. And let me show you what we had done upstairs. On the second floor, we had renovated this entire space. Originally, this was part of the master bathroom, and this was a small closet for the hallway where the camera is standing right now. So this was a closet. So we bumped this up and take the master bathroom, which we will be seeing it shortly, and then create a more linear, actual, full-size laundry room that has a sink, that has washer and dryer, as well as storage and area to hang your clothing. And again, for here, as you can see, some similar texture from throughout the house, so it's not really completely out of place, but the theme is a little bit on the opposite side instead of like blue cabinetry. So we end up with the blue brick looking hand plaster feeling tiles on the floor, as well as a natural wood throughout the space. And then we have the same color on the wall, but in a different shape. So that we get a little bit of the Mediterranean feeling in this space. The reason we end up with the blue is, again, this space is more of a cleaning and washing and drying it. So we wanted to make sure that this color theme also goes with the functionality of the space. Here's the master bathroom. As you can see, we had opened a very large window. This is on top of the kitchen. So we had similar approach. The lighting is very crucial in this project. So we get a one big picture window that you can see all these colors, and I'm glad we're in fall so you can see all these colorful threes. And since this is looking at the back and the wooden area, we wanted to make sure we do have some texture that is also represented inside. That's why we had used wood look tiles in the background, as you can see. Another thing we had done over here is initially this bathroom was more of a linear, so you need to walk one direction. Right now it's more on the rectangular as well as in a more open concept shape. So what it does is it feels definitely warmer. It definitely feels more bright and airy. And then on top of it, we end up with a very large shower with 2 shower system. As you can see, it's huge. And another good feature we have over here is we have the built-in niche as well as a seating area that is somewhat floating. So again, we do have some modern elements. There's some transitional elements, so we had to integrate it. The reason we left underneath of this, so when you actually sit, you have a space for your feet to go in. So instead of a traditional sit where you have to be straight and you can't really do this, but if you actually think about it naturally, this is the way we do sit, and most chairs and sofas has a very similar approach. So when you're getting up, you're in a actually better the squatting position. So but that was the design idea behind this bench. And equally spaced shower system, and everyone has their own space. And as you can see, you can open your hand without really getting interfaced with another system. Or this is generally how it feels to have a nicer shower. So again, the storage is very important now day-to-day life, but at the same time, we do not like classic closet spaces that has door and small shelves inside. So what we had done is 2 types of storage. One of them is easy access, so you want to grab and go to the shower, or closed storage, where things you don't really want to expose to the entire room, but you want to have them in the bathroom. And then obviously we have the toilet room, which is a little bit private compared to the configuration of the space. So it's a little bit recessed to the back. Again, it's a private space. It requires a private thoughts and design ideas. But at the same time, the lighting is important. And then we open that big window. So we want to make sure that while you're on that toilet, you're also experiencing that light. So we get a frosted glass on the door. Other than that, the sink area is very straightforward. We love wall sconces. They are lower and they're closer to your eye, so you do not get this shadow under your, in the morning, especially around your eye areas. So just brighten up your face so you can see yourself clearly. And quite a bit storage. We love drawers, drawer, and obviously the sink cabinets. But yeah, this is generally what the master bathroom turned out. We're pretty happy with what we had done here.